Manfred Gans, Harav Moshe ben Achaver Chaim, or as we knew him, Opa, and to some of his great-grandchildren, Opa Pa, was born in Leer, a small town in northwest Germany, on April 24th, 1924. The Gans family lived in Ostfriesland for over 200 years. The Gans family traces its roots back to Rabbi David Gans, known as the Tzemach David, who lived in the 16th century. His parents, Herman and Alma Gans, were the owners of a well-known watchmaking and jewelry store, J.N. Gans, which was founded by his grandfather, Jacob Nathan Gans, in 1864. Growing up in Leer, Opa attended the Jewish religious school and later a yeshiva in Fulda, about 90 minutes away. Opa shared memories of his bar mitzvah in 1937 as being modest with no meat, as the Nazis banned shechita. Opa, along with his older sister Carla, and his parents were fortunate to obtain visas to America, thanks to Opa's aunt, Hannah, fondly called Tante Hani. They escaped Germany in August 1938, just 3 months before Kristallnacht. His education continued in New York in yeshiva. He attended City College, where he earned a BA in political science. He returned to City College later in his adult life to earn a master's in education. While in college, he also focused on his rabbinical education and was awarded his smicha from Yeshivat Rabbeinu Chaim Avraham. Opa served in the U.S. Army as a chaplain with the rank of corporal. Opa had one job for 60 years. In 1950, he helped to found and then became the rabbi of Congregation Machaneh Chadash, a congregation founded by Jewish refugees from Germany. The shul's location was in Crown Heights, first on St. John Street, and then later moved to the new building on Carroll Street. Under Opa's leadership, the congregation flourished. In 1977, when the neighborhood in Crown Heights began to change, the shul moved to Forest Hills, where it is still active today. Aside from the shul, Opa was involved in Jewish communal life as an educator at YU, principal at Hank, Prospect Park, and Dove Rebel. In addition, he was active in Vada HaRabbanim of Queens and many community organizations, all to improve the quality of Jewish life in New York. Opa met Oma through a youth group and was immediately impressed by her caring and nurturing character. Oma had brought extra sandwiches to a group picnic in case anyone forgot their own. They were married in 1951 and had 5 children: Brenda, Muriel, Jennifer, Jerome, and later Chaim. When Chaim was born with Down syndrome, at a time when there weren't many disability services, Oma and Opa jumped into action. Ensuring that he should reside at home, they became fierce advocates in the disability world and founded Otsar in their living room. In addition, they were involved with Yachad from its beginning days. Opa and Oma were an amazing team who together built not only a shul, but a community. While Opa tended to his kehillah and the greater community, Oma hosted delicious Shabbat dinners and lunches, especially for singles and people with limited family. Opa and Oma loved to travel around the world. They coordinated and led many shul trips to Switzerland, Italy, Israel, and Germany. Opa was invited back to his hometown in Leer on numerous occasions. There, he met Lori and Gunther Prom, who were enamored by his charm and wit, and hosted his visits. The last visit in Leer, Opa was accompanied by representatives of his children and grandchildren, who were eager to see and hear the story of Opa's childhood in Germany. The Proms dedicated a youth hostel in Leer in honor of Opa, the Rabbi Manfred Gans Youth Hostel, which told the history of Opa's family as well as the Jewish community in Leer. Opa had a natural ability to draw people closer with his warmth and caring ways, and through that, was able to be mekarev hundreds, if not thousands, of less affiliated Jews. He started a Talmud Torah program in the shul, offering free weekly beginner Jewish programming to all. After Oma passed away, Opa continued leading the shul for another 2 years, until he retired at the young age of 86. He remained active in shul and community activities until the last few years, when it became difficult for him to get around. Even though his health was failing, he continued to make his weekly Friday calls, wishing many of his congregants and friends a good Shabbos. We, the children, grandchildren and great-grandchildren were so fortunate to spend Shabbatot together with Opa in our homes. We always looked forward to his visits with us, and we enjoyed our visits with him in Forest Hills. We were so lucky to receive our weekly Erev Shabbat benching from Opa, if not directly, then over the phone or by FaceTime. Our family's annual Hanukkah celebration was by far the highlight for all his great-grandchildren, who looked forward to celebrating together with Opa in his home. Every year, thank God, there were more great-grandchildren who joined the party, and the living room walls were literally stretched to accommodate the expanding family. Hanukkah will never be the same without Opa's presence. Our hearts are broken. Our lives will never be the same without our Opa in them. We are comforted to know that you are now together with Oma and with your parents, our great-grandparents. You have been a tremendous source of inspiration to your 5 children, 15 grandchildren, and 51 great-grandchildren, and we are determined to take all the brachos you have bestowed upon us and use them to follow in your footsteps and continue your legacy. We will miss you forever.